Hello everyone and welcome to YouTube Tuesday with me, Jessica Brigden of JessBCreativeCardiology. Hello, hope you're having a great start to your week. It is beautiful here in upstate New York. I saw 70 degrees in the thermostat in my car today, which is crazy for February, but I'm enjoying every bit of it. We've had some sunshine the last couple of days, some warm weather, and it's a nice reprieve from the cold. So I hope wherever you are having a great day too. Today I'm going to share some simply stunning cards, that's what I'm calling it, with Stampin's detailed Dogwood stamp set again. Absolutely love this, and for some of you it might seem a little bit intimidating because this stamp set is designed for collage. It's got a lot of different elements, and in my video last Friday, be sure to check that out, I showed a collage effect that you could do with the detailed Dogwood stamp set. So today I wanted to simplify things a little bit and show how you could still have a stunning card, a gorgeous card, but keep things a little simple. So we're gonna do just single color cards today. So you just need one ink pad, all right, some basic white cardstock, and then some cardstock in the same color as your ink pad. Super simple, all right? So we're gonna do one ultra simple and one just a little bit stepped up, okay? Because I love my embellishments, my ribbon and my and my bling, all right? But I think you're going to love them. So stay tuned here as I flip the camera and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so hopefully I am starting to get the hang of this. Oh, look at that, I'm doing so good. YouTube, like a week or so ago, with the updates, changed all of the buttons around here on my screen, and I've been struggling with that the last couple of videos. Let me, there we go, get the light so we've got good visibility for you. All right, I think we did pretty good. All right, so this is final 3 days of Stampin' Up! Sale A Bration, their biggest promotion of the year, where you can choose from 24 different products when you make a $50 purchase. All right, so $50, $100, different earning levels, but 24 different items here. And you've got through February 29th. You get a bonus day this year because we have 29 days in the month, a leap year there. So 3 days left to earn the detailed Dogwood stamp set. I'm also going to use some of the sentiments from Softly Sophisticated. This is a bundle that you can get for free. This is a Sale A Bration bundle. It includes both the stamp set and this beautiful embossing folder. And I'm going to, on one of the cards, on the stepped up card, I'm going to use a little bit of this softly stippled Sale A Bration paper as well. I thought those flowers would pair nicely with the detailed Dogwood stamp set. All right, so you can find all of those in my online store there under the Sale A Bration specials promotion. Okay, and if your order is under $150, be sure to use my host code and I'll send you my tutorials for the month and all kinds of good stuff. Alrighty, so let's start with our ultra simple card. Like I said, you just need one stamp set. In this case, I'm using the detailed Dogwood. I've got some basic white. Now, when I use basic white for my card base, I do like to use the thick basic white because it's just that it's a little bit heavier duty, works better for card base there, which is good. Okay, and then I'm going to pair in my single color here is Night of Navy. So I've got just a little bit of Night of Navy cardstock to go along with my ink pad, and I couldn't resist, but I've got a little bit of the Night of Navy ribbon here. This is the, what is it called? Bordered ribbon. So you can see it's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, and the border is just a little bit darker than the center. All right, so because this is the thick basic white that I'm starting with, like I said, I do recommend scoring that first. So if you've got our Stampin' trimmer, you can go ahead and use that. It's got the score blade built in. My trimmer is in the other room, but I do happen to have my scoreboard handy, which is really nice because this goes up to 12.5 inches. So you could do a full sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock on here if you were making like gift boxes and fancy envelopes and different things. But I'm just going to score it at the 4 1/4 mark because I've got a 5.5 by 8.5 sheet. So right here at the 4 1/4 mark. Now I did use, when you're using a stylus, on the trimmer, you just got one score blade. But if you're using a scoreboard and you have the Stampin' Up! Stylus, you've got two ends. You've got a thicker ball point and then a finer tip. So because our this thick cardstock is heavier duty, I'm using the finer tip that makes a deeper impression. If I were scoring designer series paper, that is a little bit thinner, all right, and I would use the thicker tip, the big tip for that, to make sure that I didn't actually cut through my paper. I just want a score line. I don't want to actually cut through it, okay? So just a quick tip for you there. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just fold this in half. Beautiful. Okay, set my card base aside. Oh, got a little bit of a shadow here. The sun just went behind a cloud. I had some great lighting and all of a sudden it's dark. Oh, what is up with that? Okay, so we'll just figure it out here. So for my center focal point, I went an inch smaller. All right, so I cut my Night of Navy cardstock here, since my finished basic white is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Hi, Polly. Hello, hello. I went an inch smaller, so this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 for my Night of Navy layer. And then with the layer I'm going to stamp on, this is just regular basic white. All right, this is, what did I do? 3 by 4 1/4. There we go. So just 1/4 inch smaller on that. And I'm going to do my stamping here on this piece before I glue anything else down. So like I said, super simple here. We're using the detailed dogwood. I'm going to use the gorgeous dogwood blossom on this. So I've already got it mounted here on my E block, right? That's one of the little bit bigger blocks. And I've got my Night of Navy ink pad. So again, we just had some basic white and then some Night of Navy cardstocks and single color here, Night of Navy ink for my block. And you'll notice when I did that, I applied the stamp pad to the stamp so that I could see and make sure that that is fully inked all over the place. And I'm going to stamp this here at an angle across my cardstock. I did do that over towards the left, and that gives me a little bit of room down here on the right to stamp a sentiment. So you could use anything, but I think the hello there from Sophisticated, I think that will fit right in. All right, it looks like that should be a perfect fit. So I'll ink that up as well. All right, stamp my sentiment. Beautiful. All right, gorgeous single card. Look how stunning that stamp is. Even just stamped a Night of Navy. Beautiful. You really don't need anything else. So I'm going to adhere this to my Night of Navy cardstock layer. All right, I said simply stunning, and boom, there we go. Can't get any simpler than just stamp, ink, and paper. All right, so that looks absolutely gorgeous, and I would plan to pop this up here with my Stampin' Dimensionals. So we could leave it just like that. All right, I think I love that. Or we could put on, what do you guys think? Should I do just a little bit of this Night of Navy bordered ribbon and just bling it up just a little bit? Let me know. What do you guys think? Do you want to see it both ways? I can always take the ribbon off if I need to. So let me cut this. This is just a little scrap of ribbon I had. So I cut it just a little bit longer than my mat here. Let me go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on here so that I have something to attach the ribbon to. I'm going to go right along the edge, all right, because I don't want it to cover my flower, just a little bit here. Okay, and then I will still use my dimensionals. Okay, so we've got, I'm going to put one over that ribbon edge just to help hold it in place. And one in the middle. Okay, so there we go. What do you think? Pop that right in the center of my card base. I can slip this underneath and just do a little knot. All right, and then trim it. Trim this one just a little bit too. Okay, and then pull my ribbon down just so that it's centered. Voila! What do you guys think? Ultra simple, right? And beautiful. Absolutely stunning. So there we have the detailed Dogwood stamp set with a little bit of Night of Navy. Absolutely, like I said, it looked gorgeous even without the ribbon. So don't fret. If you don't have ribbon, it still looks absolutely beautiful. All right, so that set would be a great choice to earn for free. All right, that's free with a $100 purchase. So you could stock up on your basic white cardstock, or even just some white note cards that come with the envelopes. All right, I'm cleaning my stamp here because I'm going to switch colors. I'm still only using a single color for the next card, but this time I'm going to go a little bit lighter with some Pool Party ink. Okay, and so for this one, I said that I would pull in a little bit of that softly stippled Sale A Bration paper. I'm going to use the Pool Party flower pattern. So for this one, I'm going to, let me see, I've got a little stack of supplies right here. Okay, put that out of the way here. So I've got my, there we go, turn that so you can see a little bit better. Okay, Pool Party card base, again, half sheet, 5.5 by 8.5. That actually looks a little bit, I pulled these out of my paper pack, and that looks a little bit long. So let me just make sure I've got that cut properly. Okay, we're good to go. Just wanted to make sure. I've already scored that one, but we're gonna go ahead, fold that, just burnish that fold so we're good. Now, oops, the paper stack has been piled high and it just fell off my desk. All right, so because we're using colored cardstock here, this one was just plain white, so you can go ahead and write on the inside. You don't need anything else in there. But I am going to do a layer of 4 by 5.25 basic white to insert inside my Pool Party card base. All right. Okay, so for the next layers here, I've got, again, a layer of 4 by 5.25 for the top of the card, and then my Pool Party softly stippled designer series paper. I cut this at 3 inches. Honestly, you could really do this any way, or we could just do a whole layer of that and skip the white. You really could do it. This card's kind of evolved. So what I was originally planning was a layer of 4 by 5.25, my 3 by 5.25 piece of softly stippled designer paper. All right, so I'm gonna line this right up along the edge, okay, right on this left side. Then my plan was to come in with just a little bit of Pool Party ribbon. Now I'm using the Pool Party Grow Grain ribbon. This is in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog, so this is a catalog purchase. Or if you wanted another Sale A Bration choice, Stampin' Up! Does have a Pool Party crinkled ribbon in the Sale A Bration offering. All right, the Sale A Bration one. Hi, Terry. Hello, hello. The crinkled ribbon is a little bit wider, okay, but again, same color, super fun. So it's just your choice, whichever you wanted to use here. I have this one open, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna come right up the seam and overlap there with my designer series paper layers on the white. Okay, so we'll flip this over, apply a little bit of adhesive. Oops, oh, just ran out of my tape runner. Alrighty, swap this out real quick. I know I had some refills here somewhere handy. I just got a bunch of them in, so hang on with me. Like I said, sometimes I'm just too organized. In fact, there was one right in front of me that I missed right in front of my desk. All right, let me grab this one from my stash. All right, this is another great thing to add to a last minute Sale A Bration order here. Make sure you've got a good supply of adhesive. And hey, if you can earn free product with it, I know adhesive is not nearly as fun to buy as pretty papers and stamps, but it is essential. You do need some kind of glue to make your cards stick together. So you might as well earn some fun freebies while you're at it. Okay, so now that we've got our ribbon on here, we can go ahead and mount this onto our card base. Okay, so just like that. So what I was originally planning was to then use a scrap of paper, stamp my detailed Dogwood image. I'm going to use Pool Party. Again, I'm applying the ink to the stamp because it is a bigger stamp. Make sure we've got a good coverage of ink. You can see it glisten there. And then stamp this on my scrap. And then I was going to fussy cut it. Okay, so I'm going to do two things at once. I'm going to show you two different options. All right, so this is my original. Although from Friday's video, many of you told me that you weren't really fans of fussy cutting. All right, you would do it if you had to, but you'd prefer not to. So, so here's an option for you. You could use the scalloped contours dies. All right, this is the set of scalloped contours dies. This is the second largest. All right, so you get that pretty little stitching as well as the scallop on there. And you could use this one instead. Okay. And if you do that, then you still have room down here for a sentiment. So you could pull in one of those, in which case let's go ahead and do the You're in My Thoughts. I think we've got room for that down here. Okay, so again, I was just doing a single color, although, let's see, let's go ahead and do that. I think I might prefer, well, that looks cute. I actually think I would prefer to stamp it just a shade darker. All right, so in this case, it's a little bit of cheating because I said I was only doing single color cards. But if you did Pretty Peacock with this, and let me try to line that back up. Let's see how well I can do. There we go. We have a little bit, actually that's its own technique. A little bit of shadow, which actually is kind of cool. All right, so that would be one option. Okay, in which case the card would look something like this. All right, so I'm going to let you say option one, and then for option two, I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut my detailed Dogwood. All right, so you get a bonus today. We're kind of doing three cards instead of single, but like I said, we're in the final 3 days of Sale A Bration, and so just literally a few more days left to get your hands on these gorgeous products. All right, let's see. Sometimes I don't like having all that extra cardstock, so let me trim that off. Makes me feel a little freer here. All right, come in here. And if you're watching the replay of this and you don't like watching me cut, then guess what? Power of video, you could actually fast forward through this. Although for some of you, I think you'll actually find fussy cutting a little bit therapeutic.
and enjoy that. So kudos to you if you're one of those people. Okay, so my intent with this, if I do the fussy cutting, again, paper snips are a pretty basic supply. You should have a bone folder, some paper snips, and you do need a paper trimmer. All right, so those are 3 basic tools, and then of course you need some type of adhesive. All right. All right, checking out your cut. See, Sandy loves to fussy cut. There you go. Hi, Alina. Hello, hello. Oh, even Lori and Paul. Wow, I have got the group of fussy cutters on here today. I don't think I've ever seen so many fussy cutters in one chat. No. I love it. All right. Good, good. So have any of you gotten this detailed Dogwood stamp set yet? Because you've got 3 days left. All right. And if not, if you've been around Stampin' Up for a while, another stamp set that you may have in your longtime stash is called Elements of Style. All right, or you might even have Forever Blossoms. Those are 2 other stamp sets that we have had over the years that had some really pretty floral designs that would also work great for this project. And if you're wondering, I want to say I have a bit of a visual memory like that. So I tend to, even though I've been a demonstrator for, it'll be 18 years coming up in August, but I have been stamping for longer than that. So I have, oh my goodness, I have been stamping now for 23 years, like officially using Stampin' Up product for 23 years. That's when I was first introduced to Stampin' Up 23 years ago. Wow. Stampin' Up is actually, they'll be celebrating their 35th anniversary as a company coming up here. Well, actually, I believe it was in November, but they're having their 35th anniversary celebration at their on-stage convention in March. Just 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. Exciting. All right, so look at that. Didn't take too long. I did some fussy cutting there. Let me throw these scraps away. Okay, so here's one version. This is a little bit stepped up. All right, so we kept it super stunningly simple with just Night of Navy ink and cardstock for the first card. Stepped it up a little bit with the second one because we tied in some designer series paper and some ribbon. And on this case, if we did this one, then we also used the Scallop Contours dies. All right, my original thought was to use this gorgeous fussy cut flower, and I've got just a little piece here I want to trim. I know, just a little fussy piece. All right, so I intended to kind of come across like this, and then I die cut a small little stitched label from the Thoughtful Expressions bundle here. All right, I use the smallest. Aren't these Thoughtful Expressions dies so cool? These just came out in the mini catalog, and we've got this fun little medallion flower images as well as stitched labels, and we've got beautiful hummingbird, all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm going to use the You're in My Thoughts today since I pulled out this bundle and stamp that there on my label. Okay, so grab another block here and just ink this up. All right, because this was fitting in with just the single color. All right, pool party here. And then I would do a little bit of pool party with my, let's see, which way do we like it? I think I like that a little bit better. All right, pool party with my sentiment and keep it like that. So what do you guys think? Do you like the fussy cut with the label? Okay, so you guys give me a vote. So do you like, let's call this option 1, because this was my original vision, all right, or something like it. All right, so let's call this option 1. And then option 2 was stamped on the scalloped contours die here with a little bit of pretty peacock that we stamped in the corner. Okay, either way, I've got some, if you wanted to step it up a little bit more, I've got some rhinestones. I've got some of these opaque faceted gems. This is another Sale A Bration option, and they've got some little pool party gems in there. Or let's see what else here. Somewhere I thought, where did it go? I had some Wink of Stella here somewhere. And I can't wait for Wink of Stella to be to be reissued. All right, so Lori loves the fussy cut, and so she's voting for number 1. That's the fussy cut with the label. All right, and it looks like Polly is also voting for the fussy cut with the label. Okay. What do you guys think? Oh yes, don't forget to put dimensionals on number 1. Let me get that ready. Can't forget dimensionals. All right, so great time to stock up on dimensionals. And look at that. You can maximize your dimensionals. Check out, trim every little bit here. Okay, I don't waste a thing. Minimal waste on my, let's put the big one in there. I'm gonna use all these little pieces on my flower. And even the, let's get a little bitty section right up here on this skinny piece. Okay, look at that. Down to one little bit. All right, so, all right, let's check out comments. Yes, Stella, all right, you guys are good. So let's go ahead and we'll put our flower on first. All right, looks like option 1 here. That's because I went through the work of fussy cutting it, so you guys are rewarding me. So yes, it was worth it. It was worth it to fussy cut. Okay. So we'll put our flower, let's see, what do you think label towards the bottom or label towards the top? I'm just trying to play around with that. That could be kind of cute too. Ooh, what do you think? We got lots of options here. You could do something like that. So many options. All right, so we have, all right, this is number 1 with the flower on top and label on the bottom. Okay, so we're doing options again. So vote for a 1, a 2, or 3. Okay, so Lori likes the sentiment on the bottom. Polly agrees, sentiment on the bottom. Okay, you guys are making this easy. All right, so we'll go sentiment on the bottom. And then I've already taken the backing off of those. So we're gonna come in here. Oh, let's give it, actually that's kind of cute, right? Where it kind of frames around it. That could be kind of cute. All right, let's do that. It's kind of a combo of options. And what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna take just a little bit of my pool party ribbon here, because I was thinking, well, I'd loop it. But you know what? I'm gonna just do a little itty bitty knot. So you just need enough that you can actually maneuver it with your fingers, okay? So a little knot here in my ribbon. Grab yourself a glue dot. Unwind slowly, okay, because they're practically invisible. Apply the knot to the dot. Okay, pull that off. Look at that. How nicely does that look on the stem? It kind of finishes it off there. Extra little touch. You could even make those ribbons a little bit shorter if you want. And now we need our Stella. So before you use your Stella, there's even a little line that says push, okay? So make sure your cap's on, push it. Just give it a good shake just to get that glitter that's inside, that sparkle, loose, okay? And then we'll pull, boop. All right, we got lots of glitter up there, looking good. And let's just paint, let's paint our flowers. Let's do a good sparkle on the middle flower centers, and we'll just paint these pretty petals. And you can apply just a little bit of pressure, gently squeeze the barrel as you're painting. Okay, you don't want to squeeze it real hard because you don't want it to come out as a big glob. I think that's good. Love it. Can you guys see it? Do you see the sparkle? Is that showing up on your screen? Ooh, I could just look at Stella all day. So pretty. I think I like it just like that. Because I'm tempted, you know, I think sometimes we get tempted to like over bling. I'm tempted to put on some of these opaque gems or even the rhinestones, but no, I think the best thing to do sometimes is just step away and let it be. Enjoy the beauty. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just step away and we're gonna keep it simple. Keep it simple, Stella. That's it. We will sometimes a little bit less is more. And so that's why I'm so happy to share these cards with you today, that we just kept it super simple. All right. I don't know if I've got the, yes, I have. Okay, so I've got the stepped up version. All right, these are what I used last week, so be sure to check out my video if you missed that. Check out, hi Kathy, hello. Yes, there's gonna be a replay. So these are the cards that I made on Friday, where I went with the collage effect. I used the detailed dogwood and paired it with the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper, and we used some of those fun dragonfly adhesive back dragonflies on there, and of course Stella. All right, lots of glitter, but sometimes that's a little bit over the top. We use designer paper, we stamped with, colored with blends. All right, we've got a lot going on these, but this stamp set is so gorgeous that you can keep it super simple or simply stunning. All right, it's a single color. In this case, I use Night of Navy. So one ink pad, stamps, all right, cardstock and basic white. All right, and it even looked pretty without the ribbon, so you could keep it super simple. And then we stepped it up just a little bit. Again, we used a single color pool party. We added in a layer of Designer Series paper. And we added a little bit of ribbon here, some pool party ribbon. I did die cut the sentiment, but I fussy cut the flower, okay? So that would use a basic supply. Here's snips here that you would have on hand. And again, stunning. So this stamp set works great any way you style it, all right? So you can go ultimate collage, lots of layers, lots of product, or keep it super simple. All right, let me know what's your favorite. Do you prefer the stepped up or keep it simple? I hope you enjoyed these videos. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Be sure to give me that thumbs up. All right, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell too, because I'll be back again on Friday. Oh, good, Kathy, you love the pool party one. Yes, so go back and watch the replay because that one, I asked for a lot of input on that. We had a lot of different variations on that card that you could try, with just those simple stamps. All right, but lots of fun. Yes, oh, Polly, you like the pool party one too. Well, good. I'm glad the way that turned out, and I know it looks a little flat there, but again, we've got a little bit of Stella up there. There you go. If I hit the light just right, you can see that shimmer on there. Okay, so that was the detailed dogwood stamp set. This is only available through Thursday, all right, February 29th. So you have 3 more days to get the stamp set for free, as well as our softly stippled designer paper, and even the softly sophisticated bundle here, okay? Lots of fun items. Thank you guys for joining me. And like I said, I will see you on Friday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.